Namaskar, good evening. You're watching the Newshour at 9 and I am Swati Joshi. Wishing all the viewers of Times Now a very happy Dussehra. And viewers, rarely does a single day carry the weight of so many milestones. Today, India bows to the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, remembers the humility and resolve of Lal Bahadur Shastri and celebrates Dussehra, marking the triumph of good over evil. This very day also marks a century of the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh. Addressing the annual Vijay Dashmi rally, RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat called Gandhiji's contribution to the freedom struggle unparalleled. Said that Shastri's life and times exemplified devotion and commitment. Mohan Bhagwat called them examples of personal and national character to be emulated. In the same speech, Bhagwat also raised concerns over the toppling of governments in Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and Nepal. He attributed the violent Gen Z protests to a disconnect between the governments and societies and a lack of capable and people-oriented administrators. RSS chief said that such outbursts do not bring societal transformation. Only democratic means do. And while speaking on the issue of nationalism, Bhagwat delved into the concept of Hindu nationalism, linking it to Hindu Rashtra.
विविधताओं के संपूर्ण स्वीकार और सम्मान के साथ हम सबको एक माल में मिलाने वाली यह भारतीय संस्कृति, यह राष्ट्रीयता है। इसको हम हिंदू राष्ट्रीयता कहते हैं। वो हिंदवी कहे, भारतीय कहे, आर्य कहे, जो कुछ है, ये सारे समानार्थी शब्द है, हम लोग जानते हैं। और सौभाग्य से इस संस्कृति के और धर्म के कारण मनुष्यों में बंटवारा और अलगाव खड़ा करने वाली हम और वो, अस एंड देम, इस मानसिकता से ये समाज पूर्णतः मुक्त था, मुक्त है और मुक्त रहेगा। प्राकृतिक उथल पुथल है तो जनजीवन में भी उथल पुथल दिख रही है। श्रीलंका में, बाद में बांग्लादेश में, बाद में नेपाल में, हमारे पड़ोसी देशों में भी हमने इसका अनुभव किया। प्रकार के जो आंदोलन है जिसमें इतनी सारी हिंसा और विनाश होता है, डॉक्टर अंबेडकर साहब ने उसको ग्रामर ऑफ अनार्की कहा है। प्रजातांत्रिक मार्गों से भी परिवर्तन आता है, ऐसे हिंसक मार्गों से परिवर्तन नहीं आता है।
Mohan Bhagwat may insist that the strength and character of Hindu society guarantees unity, that there is no idea of us and them. But the moment the words Hindu Rashtra are uttered, the opposition gets ready to draw battle lines. In one stroke, they brand the RSS as everything from anti-national to seditious, even a so-called terrorist organization. In fact, some didn't resist from saying that they have been inspired by Hitler and Mussolini. Because for Sangh, this may be a matter of conviction, but its critics, it's a crime that they declare RSS guilty of committing.
RSS एक आतंकवादी संगठन है और RSS आइडियोलॉजी ने ही गांधी जी की हत्या करी है।
100 साल का बाद भी RSS नफरत का बाजार बनाने में देश के लिए अभी भी लगी हुई है और इस देश का बचाने के लिए हम सारे लोगों का लड़ना पड़ेगा RSS का इस नफरत का बाजार का सामने।
RSS वो संस्था है जिसको इस देश के प्रथम गृह मंत्री सरदार पटेल ने बैन किया था और ये कहकर बैन किया था कि उनकी भूमिका है महात्मा गांधी की हत्या में।
Now that brings me to the legitimate question we are asking tonight. Is Rajneeti compromising Rashtraneeti? Let's open up the debate and let's take that question across to our guests.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Let's open up the debate and let's go across to our guests. We have Shehzad Poonawala, National Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, with us on the panel. We're joined by Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author. Smita Prakash, editor, ANI, is also joining us on the broadcast, along with Tehseen Poonawala, political analyst, and Ghanshyam Tiwari, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. We have Waris Pathan, national spokesperson of the AIMIM, as well, joining us tonight. My first question is to Tehseen Poonawala. Tehseen Poonawala, Mohan Bhagwat said, while foreigners left, our brothers continued to follow religions that came from outside our borders. We respect that. We welcome that. That's Bharatiya tradition. And, distinct identities should not cause division. Does a terrorist organization speak like that?
Thank you, Swati. Happy Vijay Dashmi to you, to all the viewers of Times Now, to all my fellow panelists. Wish happy Gandhi Jayanti and Nehru and Lal Bahadur Shastri ji's birth anniversary wishes to everybody. There are 2 or 3 issues that I want to tease out here. The RSS has nothing original to contribute to the country. Can I draw your attention to 2 lines? Because since you asked a very pointed questions about it being a militant organization or terrorist organization, I'll draw your attention to a letter written on 12 December 1948 by the then President of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, not to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, but to Vallabhbhai Patel. Point 5. The RSS practices secret and violent methods which promote fascism. No regard is paid to truthful means and constitutional methods. Point 7, and I'll end out here, says, there are no records of proceedings of the RSS organization. No membership registers maintained. There are no records of its income and expenditure, where the money comes from. The RSS is thus strictly secret as regards as an organization. It has developed along fascist lines and is definitely a potential menace in public space. Now, this is a letter written by the first President of India to the Deputy Prime Minister and the Home Minister of India. Was the President of India faffing? Was he making up things? Today, the BJP spokesperson is here. I presume he speaks for the RSS. Give me where is the RSS registered. Smita ji, I have a lot of respect for. I have a lot of respect for you, Swati. You all are a part of an organization. ANI Times. Now, if you get foreign funding, you will have to give an account. There's nothing wrong if the RSS gets foreign funding. I'm not saying that. Why is the RSS account not in public domain? Why is the RSS not, where is this money coming from? Who's giving it? Not coming out. See, today the RSS gets all this TV time. It gets all this coverage. It gets government land. It gets government other benefits. At the end of whose money? This is Anand's money, my money, Gancham's money, Varis's money, Smitaji's money. This money should be in public domain. Who from abroad is sending? Why is it coming? Ultimately, the Prime Minister of India bows down to it. Ultimately, now you may say, oh, who's Sonia Gandhi? She's an elected MP. Who's the Gandhi family they elected? The RSS is unelected and unelectable. Yet the Prime Minister bows down, and that's fine. That's the Prime Minister's prerogative. Then with public money, if it's spending, it's getting this airtime, it's getting public funds, public security, it's records, it's minutes, everything should be in public domain.
Right. Now, Tehseen Poonawala, my question is very simple. My question is, if, we're talking about an organization that is not registered, we don't know where it's getting money from, an organization that spews hate, spews venom, an organization that talks about Hindu Rashtra, an organization that, as per some in the Congress, is a terrorist organization. Why didn't the Congress continue with the ban that was enforced? It had an opportunity to literally end the existence of RSS.
I have deeply searched this question and I've explored this a lot. There are only 2 answers. One, most Congress leaders have a big heart and they must have thought it will work within the constitution, as did Sardar Patel when Golwalkar ji wrote to Sardar Patel promising him in writing, we will stay away from politics, with the RSS clearly doesn't. That's fine. Again, that is fine. Second, I think that is a mistake that the Congress made. It's one of the 2. But however, let me put one thing. The problem I have with the RSS today, the RSS has become moderate. I've heard Mohan Bhagwat's speech today, his press conference. The problem is not that. The RSS has nothing original to contribute to India. Its original ideology, I'll just take 10 seconds, was a copy of what was the fascist German, Italian ideology. Its ideology today is also cut, copy, paste ideology of the left. It has no ideology of its own. It has zero ideology. That's the problem with the RSS.
So now the problem is it has zero ideology.
And yet it is not an accountable, it's not an accountable organization.
The goalpost keeps changing. Tehseen Poonawala, allow Shehzad to come in. So now the criticism is, कुछ नया है ही नहीं offer करने के लिए आपके पास.
Ironically, in a very good way, that Gandhi Jayanti, Lal Bahadur Shastri Ji's Jayanti, Vijay Dashmi and 100 years of RSS all are coinciding on one day, which shows that this is the victory of good over evil, truth over falsehoods, and light and prakash over darkness. And let me bust the lies of Tehseen Poonawala one by one. Tehseen Poonawala says that the RSS is not a registered organization, and he goes to Smita Prakash. ANI is a commercial organization. RSS is a voluntary social service cultural organization. In this country, there is no law requirement for cultural and social organizations to be registered. But however, there are 50 organizations under the RSS. Tehseen says there's nothing original to contribute. Let me tell you, the largest student movement, ABVP, registered under the RSS. The largest labor movement, BMS, registered under the RSS. The largest school network, Vidya Bharati, registered under the RSS. The largest social service organization, Seva Bharati, registered, did maximum work during COVID under the RSS. The largest tribal organization for looking for tribal welfare and upliftment, Vidyalaya under the RSS. Having said that, Tehseen Poonawalla has gumption to say that no Indian Vichardhara, foreign Vichardhara. Sir, between 1885 to 1947, Congress had not 1, 2, 3, 4, count my lips, 5 people who were from foreign origin as the president. William Wedderburn, Alfred Burns, then apart from that, Alan Octavian Hume, Annie Besant, जिनके नेता विदेशी जो आज भी विदेशी पे निर्भर है, आत्मनिर्भर नेता नहीं ला सकते हैं, वो ऐसे संगठन जिसने योगदान दिया. Now they say that there is no contribution of RSS in the freedom movement. Let me not quote my statements. Aruna Asif Ali, Delhi Sarsanchalak provided me 15 days refuge during 1942. By the way, when Hedgewar ji came out of jail first time, Motilal Nehru had received him. Mahatma Gandhi was greatly impressed by the work of RSS. JP, then Ambedkar ji said that there was no caste system existing in the RSS. Lal Bahadur Shastri, in fact, was so impressed that in 1963 they were part of the entire organization of the Republic Day March. But having said that, not 2 or 3 points. No, please don't interrupt, Tehseen. Let me complete my point. First, I want to ask Tehseen Poonawalla that today Tehseen Poonawalla said that हमारा दिल बड़ा था इसलिए हमने बैन नहीं किया. Sir, you banned RSS thrice, but in fact you had no proof. Therefore, court से खानी पड़ी. Today, ironically, we are seeing Khadgeji is in hospital and Prime Minister has been abused even by Khadgeji and 150 times, including Hitler की मौत मरेगा, कब्र खुदेगी, फलाना डिमकाना. Modi ji asked about the health of Khadgeji, but on the other hand, 10 seconds more. Telangana MLA of Congress Party said कि मोदी को मर जाना चाहिए और राम जी भी खत्म हो जाएंगे. This is their commitment towards the मोहब्बत की दुकान, and therefore from 1984 Sikh riots where they protected Jagdish Titler and Sajjan Kumar to all the anti-minority riots of Bhagalpur, Hashipura, Meerut, Malyada, all of that took place. And बाकी सब तो छोड़ दो, RSS ने तो OBC व्यक्ति को प्रधानमंत्री बनाया, आपने सीताराम कोसी को लात मार के भगाया.
Okay, I want to bring in Varis Pathan. No, one second. I want to bring in Varis Pathan. Varis Pathan, Mohan Bhagwat. One second, I'll come back to you for a counter. I want to bring in Varis Pathan. Mohan Bhagwat today said, despite our distinct identities, we are all part of a larger society, and it's that larger identity that matters the most. He sent a message of unity. How is that sowing seeds of division? On what basis is being said that this is a terrorist organization?
Well, Mohan Bhagwat earlier said sabka DNA ek hai. Mohan Bhagwat earlier said that Hindus must not go into the mosque and search for the temples beneath. But who is listening to it? What is Mohan Bhagwat related to RSS? Who is RSS organization? We, you, everybody knows. For 52 years, they never respected our tricolor. For them, our tricolor was upshugan. There was the only color they liked was the saffron color. And what they're talking about the freedom struggle, they participated in the freedom struggle. Show me a single name who lost his life during the freedom struggle of India. None. Show me how many of them went to the freedom struggle. None. And RSS is the same organization from whom Nathuram Godse is affiliated and who killed, who the first terrorist of the country, Nathuram Godse, killed our father of nation, Mahatma Gandhi. This is the organization. Allow me, I never interrupted anybody, so please give me my sufficient time to make my points, Swati. Now, point number 2 here. Now, the point number 2 here is that when they say that they took part in the freedom struggle, there are there were conditions. If RSS was banned, Swati, RSS was banned in 1949 July. Sardar Patel removed the ban, imposing certain conditions, and those conditions were they will not participate in politics, they will not indulge in violence, and they will have to follow the constitution. The RSS says we won't follow the constitution, we will follow the Manuskriti. So how do you say that they have done something for the country? In fact, they are responsible for creating such kind of atmosphere of hate in the country. This is the RSS, the part of the BJP. Now we are so much concerned about law and order.
You spoke about that letter by Sardar Patel.
Why do you encounter politics?
In that letter, Sardar Patel also said RSS had nothing to do at all. It had nothing to do with the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. The ban was lifted thereafter. Guru Golwalkar was released from the jail. Hedgewar went to jail in 1921, in 1931. How is that not contributing to the freedom struggle? Giving asylum to freedom fighters is not contributing to freedom struggle?
No, Swati. Kindly, no, you may have your own views, but you cannot change the history. History is clear.
No, I am just stating the facts. These are not my views, no. These are not my views.
Why do you praise Golwalkar?
These are not my views. I am just telling you what has happened. You may or may not want to acknowledge that. I am not telling you what my views are. The ban was placed, the ban was lifted. Guru Golwalkar was put behind bars, he was released. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel did say that RSS had nothing to do with it. That's not my view, sir. Dr. Ranganathan, is it that the opposition is a little confused?
Sardar Patel,
that the opposition is confused. One second, is that the opposition is confused and does not know how to address this issue. One second. Varishji, 1 second now. Allow other panelists also to come in. I told you that's not my view. I told you that's not my view. That has happened. I'm just quoting and citing what has already happened. It's part of history. It's part of history. You may not want to acknowledge it. Dr. Ranganathan.
That is why you want to rewrite the history. That's why I say.
Swati, can others also come in?
Dr. Ranganathan.
क्या हो गया?
It is clear.
Okay, Varishji, Dr. Ranganathan को बोलने दीजिए, and then I'll come back to you for a counter.
Gandhi, our father of nation.
Varishji, Dr. Ranganathan को बोलने दीजिए.
There was nothing from which how to counter.
Good evening.
अरे सुन लिया है उन्होंने आपको, सर सुना है उन्होंने आपको, काउंटर्स हैं उनके पास. Go ahead, Dr. Ranganathan. Please.
No, you listen to Shahzad Poonawala, Tehseen Poonawala, but
Tehseen Poonawala, which means I'm allowing people, which means I'm allowing people who are both criticizing and appreciating RSS. Dr. Ranganathan, please go ahead. अच्छा सुनिए, Dr. Ranganathan को सुनिए, please sir, please. Dr. Ranganathan.
यहाँ पे भी विक्टिम कार्ड है.
Please.
ये विक्टिम कार्ड.
You may go on, I would not.
Okay, all right.
To my points here.
All right, Dr. Ranganathan.
चलिए.
Swati, अभी क्या?
You are not.
अरे
Swati, this is unbelievable.
My points.
Mr. Bhattan, please. Allow others to come in.
I don't understand क्या there is an echo, if you could please get it corrected. ये स्वाति रोजा चल रहे हैं क्या? पठान साहब ने खाना नहीं खाया इसलिए इतना उत्तेजित हो रहे हैं, गुस्सा हो रहे हैं. पठान साहब calm down. आज दशहरा है, let's celebrate. And by the way, Swati, good evening to you and to my fellow panelists. Wishing everyone a very happy Dashera.
Happy Dashera to you and the panelists.
सुन लीजिए पठान साहब, प्लीज थोड़ा सुन लीजिए. आपको मेरी दोस्ती की कसम, मेरे एल्डर ब्रदर हैं, सुन लीजिए. Wishing you a very happy Dashera and a very happy Lal Bahadur Shastri Jayanti. Swati, Rahul Gandhi routinely claims, and Varis Pathan Saab has regurgitated that claim, that no one from the RSS took part in the freedom struggle. Forget about Delhi University and Harvard University. I guess Rahul Gandhi is a dropout even from WhatsApp University. He doesn't know the legendary names like Devi Prasad Chaudhary, Jagatpati Kumar, Anna Sahib Deshpande, Ramakant Keshav, Vasant Rao Oak, Narayan Singh, Chandrakant Bhardwaj, Dada Naik Chimur, Babu Rao Begade, Lala Hansraj, Balaji Rajpurkar, Hemu Kalani, who not only participated in the Quit India movement, but also in our freedom struggle, and gladly faced the gallows at the time when Rahul Gandhi's grandfather was siding with the Nazis and taking part in Mussolini's charge. ये है reality. और बार-बार, hello, if you could, please get the echo corrected. Okay. I need to say a couple of things. It's not about RSS. People have the freedom to lie about the RSS. That's okay. I mean, if people hate the RSS can counter it. I want to counter something substantive which Mohan Bhagwat ji has said today. And I humbly disagree with what he said. He said कि डेमोक्रेसी से ही चेंज लाया जा सकता है. I disagree. Because इस गवर्नमेंट ने एनार्की से भी चेंज लाया है. You see, evolution doesn't happen in one process. When you have evolution, you have devolution as well. Things can go change. Means change for the good and change for the bad as well. Now, when this government capitulated on the farm laws which were there in the election manifestos of every opposition party, and they would have actually taken us to a middle income economy within a 10-15 year span, and they were what this nation was clamoring for. When this government bowed down to anarchists and road blockers and vandals who for a year took this nation to ransom, and we faced an economic loss of 3,500 crores per day for a year. That is also called change. When this nation, when Mr. Modi had to take back the farm laws, we've changed. India changed for the worse. So Mohan Bhagwat ji is wrong. Change was brought about because this government bowed down to anarchists. I just wanted to correct this. Democracy से ही change नहीं आता है.
Okay.
Change अच्छा भी होता है, change बुरा भी होता है. बुरा change anarchists लाते हैं.
I want to bring in Smita Prakash. Smita Prakash, is it that the RSS has nothing new to offer, or is it that the opposition actually has run out of reasons to criticize the RSS? Because there are times when they would cite one statement made by Mohan Bhagwat to, criticize the government, saying that Mohan Bhagwat bhi aap aisa keh rahe about not looking for temples under every masjid, under every mosque. And now they'll say कि Mohan Bhagwat को देखो Hindu राष्ट्र की बात. Is there the concept or the understanding of the opposition of the word Hindu flawed, or are they just alarmed every time the word Hindu is mentioned?
No, but the point is that it's a cultural organization. It doesn't have to serve anything new every 5 years like a political party has to. The RSS believes in the Hindutva ideology of cultural nationalism, of Hindu identity, and they've believed it for the past 100 years. They have never changed that line because they don't need to. It's not as if they need to go to the people every 5 years. It's not a political organization. I reiterate, they have believed in Hindu unity, in discipline, in social work. The problem occurs that the Congress doesn't believe in that, and that's why they will be forever clashing in this, because the Congress thinks that the RSS is exclusionary, that it is communal, and some of them will use extreme words for the RSS like a terror organization, which some of them have used today. But mostly people think that it is, from the Congress ideology or the leftist ideology. They label them as communal and at times a violent force. The oft-repeated claim that Godse was RSS, when it has been made clear since the assassination and the trial of Mahatma Gandhi that he had moved to Hindu Mahasabha. But it doesn't matter to them what the courts have said, what the leaders of the day said, what even the Congress party said. There is no legal obligation for them to believe in what history has shown. So they will continue to parrot a line. As far as the RSS is concerned, I don't think they have ever changed their line. What happened is that, this clash of one side having a secular nationalism is what the Congress calls itself, and on the other side this Hindu identity or Hindu cultural nationalism that the RSS talks about. This was always there. But in the 80s, when the BJP became a political force, and for the RSS, the BJP was like a political arm to it. That is when the clash has become even more, should I say, stronger and more forceful. And you are seeing from Rahul Gandhi to Udit Raj, which everybody's been running today, to call them names. And I think it is the historical baggage of partition, it's of Gandhi's assassination, of emergency, of communal violence, electoral rivalry that will keep coming up again and again. And today Rahul Gandhi's speech also said that, where he talked about, sometimes it's muted, sometimes it's extremely vicious when he frames the RSS as a core ideological opponent, even though it is the BJP which is an opponent and not the RSS. But what he tries to portray is that it is the RSS which is the opponent for the Congress party and which is detrimental to India's progress. And he needs to say this for the cadres of the Congress party and for a certain vote bank that he has to keep garnering for his party.
That's a very important point that you've made towards the. I want Ghanshyam Tiwari to come in. It's a compulsion for the opposition, more than anything.
Good evening, Swati, to you, the viewers and the fellow co-panelists, and a very happy Dussehra Vijayadashmi to everyone, that our collective efforts and contributions will make the nation prosperous as well as peaceful. Now, I want to make 3 points quickly. 28th January 1994, the front line. All the Godse brothers were in RSS, Nathuram, Dattatreya, myself and Govind. This is the interview by Nathuram's brother, and a Godse brother. You can say we grew up in the RSS rather than in our home. It was like a family to us. Nathuram had become a intellectual worker in the RSS. He has said in his statement that he left RSS. He said it because MS Gowalkar and RSS were in a lot of trouble after the murder of Gandhi, but he did not leave the RSS. This is published. Anybody can go and see it. This is as true as the past statements of Shehzad Poonawala against RSS that I don't want to quote here. Further published, that maybe people here would have missed or dismissed, whatever it is what Sardar Patel wrote with respect to RSS and why he banned RSS, with respect to the Hindu Mahasabha and the role they played in the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. So on a day like this, when the nation celebrates Mahatma Gandhi's Jayanti, the Prime Minister is celebrating RSS centenary, the message is clear. Probably 100% of those who love Nathuram Godse and hate Mahatma Gandhi are BJP walas. And Prime Minister wants to give a clear message to them. So for those who can cherry pick things from history, cherry pick from our hundreds of years of freedom struggle, 5 names who participated in freedom struggle to say the entire RSS participated, they can play to the gallery, support the propaganda, but history knows that what the reality is.
Okay, Shahzad Poonawalla and Dr. Ranganathan want to come in.
But let me please come in.
Let me complete.
Finish your point.
So people can cherry pick. The fact is that history is there for everybody to see. If any one of your viewers here believes that RSS had zero role in Mahatma Gandhi's assassination, or Nathuram Godse and other Godse brothers were not part of RSS, you truly belong to the WhatsApp University from the same
WhatsApp University. Okay, Shahzad Poonawalla, this is WhatsApp University theory that RSS was not here.
I have without saying a word,
every opposition party and farm laws.
Ghanshyam Tiwari, now take counters. You said this is WhatsApp theory, WhatsApp University theory.
I completely endorse what Anand said just now, that Rahul Gandhi is a dropout from the WhatsApp University, because Rahul Gandhi apologized to Supreme Court saying that yes, RSS had no role in the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi and Godse was not part of the RSS. This is his quoted statement. By the way, he said the same rubbish about Savarkarji and he's facing cases about that also. But you know where's the Param Bhakt, the lover of Godse, actually today? And I will not give Anand Ranganathan 30 seconds to say this. Babulal Chaurasa, who built the Godse Mandir, was actually inducted in Madhya Pradesh Congress Party and continues to be a part of the Congress Party. And by the way, Godse was convicted in 1949. Mr. Anand Ranganathan will tell you. At that time, if the RSS was involved or RSS leaders were involved, why wasn't the conviction of RSS leaders there? In fact, there was a Justice Kapoor Commission also, which did not hold either Savarkar or the RSS leaders involved. And by the way, in 1970, Indira Gandhi not only went to the RSS program, but this is what she said. RSS people have been doing good work for tribal people. They have no politics in it. Their work is only for the welfare of the people. I have full knowledge about their work. So are you saying that Rahul Gandhi is more informed than Indira Gandhi, that Rahul Gandhi saw something that Indira Gandhi couldn't? Now, second 2-3 points very quickly.
Yes.
I am first of all confused. Mr. Waris Pathan opened by saying कि मोहन भागवत की सुनता कौन है? स्मिता जी, हर रोज इनका 3 बाइट आता है हैदराबाद से कि नागपुर वाली सरकार है. अब बताओ ये नागपुर वाली सरकार है या कोई नागपुर की सुन नहीं रहा है? कंफ्यूजन नंबर 1. कंफ्यूजन नंबर 2, ये तीनों के नीचे के तीनों डब्बे ने बोला फैसिस्ट गवर्नमेंट. हमारे ऊपर वाले जो राइट हैंड साइड पे डब्बा है, आनंद रंगनाथन बोलते बाउ डाउन कर देती है सरकार. तो मैं फैसिस्ट हूं या मैं बाउ डाउन कर रहा हूं, समझ में नहीं आता. तीसरी पॉइंट, इन्होंने बोला नो रोल इन फ्रीडम मूवमेंट. अभी तो आनंद रंगनाथन हैज गिवन लॉन्ड्री लिस्ट इंक्लूडिंग Kalani, Devipat Chaudhary, but the Razakars who are battling for Hyderabad to be part of Pakistan, and till today they say Hyderabad Liberation Day should not be celebrated on 17th September, are giving the certificate of patriotism to others. And final point on Tiranga, till 2004 you could not raise the Tiranga in any private organization, but today Tiranga, Constitution and Reservation has been taken to Jammu Kashmir by removal of 370 by RSS Pracharak Modi, and who's opposing it? Tino Dabbe.
Okay, since you took Waris Pathan's name and then Dr. Anand Ranganathan, in that sequence, Doctor, please, Mr. Waris Pathan, go ahead.
Bharat Mata ki jai bol do, patriot.
If you allow me to make my point, I will. Otherwise, I'll keep my...
Absolutely, you are allowed to make your point, sir. Go ahead.
Uninterrupted.
Victimhood card kahan hai?
Shahzad Poonawalla. No.
Acha, okay.
Because you are an anchor does not mean you go on agar to your whims and fancies. No, I will make my point.
Of course, you make your point. इसलिए मैं आपके पास आई हूँ counter के लिए.
Kindly listen. Hedgewar's biography. Hedgewar's, who the founder of this RSS, biography written by Chandrasekhar Parmanik, states that Hedgewar participated in the Dandi March in 1930 and went to jail only to encourage freedom fighters to join the RSS. The intent was not genuine participation in the freedom struggle. Now, Anand spoke about the 1942 Quit India movement. PM Modi says RSS participated, but there were many volunteers. So how can you say that only RSS were involved in the struggle for of the country? That is why I say they want to rewrite the story. They want to rewrite the history of the country. When RSS is clearly stated so that they don't follow the constitution, they follow the manuscript. Now will the country run on the constitution or the manuscript is stated by the RSS? That's why I say Mohan Bhagwat says something, but no one listens to him. Last time he said that the Hindus must not go into the masjid looking out for the temples. Now Shehzad Poonawala and his fellow people, every day they go there with the hammer and tongue and go and try to dig up mosque and find out. So why don't they listen to this RSS Mohan Bhagwat? So here is nothing but Mohan Bhagwat is trying to say that this country is of Hindutva. He talks about that law and order situation, but he does not have the guts to speak to Yogi, who is not following the constitution, who is not following the Supreme Court rules. Supreme Court clearly said that you cannot use the bulldozer without following the due process of law. The Yogi is not sitting to them. Supreme Court says that you cannot use the thok dalu wala policy. This Yogi is using it every day. There are encounters taking place in Bareilly. Constitution speaks about equality, but does the RSS, or Yogi, do they follow the constitution? No, they apply law only against a particular community, that are the Muslims. So if they want to follow the RSS teachers' rules, like Mohan Bhagwat, they should at least try to follow him. Merely listening and spreading lies and canards will not benefit them. So Shehzad Poonawala must kindly learn from Mohan Bhagwat and implement that.
But should they learn or should they not? Should they learn from Mohan Bhagwat or should they not? One person calls them terrorist organization, other person says कि ये तो hatred, enmity, जहर फैला रहे हैं. Should one listen to RSS? Should one listen to Mohan Bhagwat or not? It's very convenient, Varis Pathanji. It's very convenient. कभी आप कहेंगे कि see this is what Mohan Bhagwat has said and he's sowing seeds of division. Then you will say कि अरे ये बीजेपी को तो सुनना चाहिए. One second. वारिस पठान जी, नो 1 सेकंड वारिस पठान जी, ये देखिए एक तो इतना रिसर्च आप लोग आरएसएस पे करेंगे 1947 और उसके पहले 31 तक भी जाएंगे, विच शोज कि आरएसएस का एग्जिस्टेंस आपके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसीलिए आप इतना रिसर्च कर रहे हैं टू फिगर आउट कि भाई इन्होंने पार्टिसिपेट किया था या नहीं. देन अकॉर्डिंग टू योर कन्वीनियंस डॉक्टर रंगनाथन, इट विल बी सेड अरे कौन सुनता है आरएसएस को, हु इज लिसनिंग टू आरएसएस इफ इट इज नॉट सो इम्पोर्टेंट.
We are researching because we know these are the organizations who are spreading hatred in the country.
नहीं होना चाहिए ना रिसर्च,
बीजेपी
सिलेक्टिव नहीं होना चाहिए फिर
they are same, they are spreading hatred in the country.
डॉक्टर रंगनाथन, if they are same then why you saying मोहन भागवत अच्छी बातें करते हैं और बीजेपी को सुनना चाहिए? That's why I said the opposition is it confused, does not know कि क्या करे, क्रिटिसाइज करे कि ना करे. डॉक्टर रंगनाथन,
स्वाति, अगर आपने कॉस्ट कटिंग में फेडर्स हटा दिए टाइम्स नाउ के, मैं आपको गिफ्ट दे देता हूँ.
नहीं किसी की आवाज दबाएंगे नहीं, नेक्स्ट एलिगेशन वही आएगा, वरना कि मैं आवाज दबा रही हूँ, सप्रेस कर रही हूँ.
देखिए, मैंने पठान साहब से कितनी बार कहा है कि टीवी पे मत आया करिए. पिछले हफ्ते इनके 3 क्लाइंट ने मुझे मैसेज किया कि हमने इनको टीवी पे देखा और हमने अगले दिन जज से जाके कह दिया कि हम अपना केस को खुद लड़ लेंगे, हमें पठान साहब का नहीं चाहिए. एंड यू नो, बार
आनंद ने भेजा था मेरे पास.
अरे सुन
आनंद के दोस्त थे, मेरे पास आए थे, खुश होके गए.
नहीं खुश थे, कंगले होके बांग्लादेश वापस चले गए. अच्छा सुन लीजिए पठान साहब, देखिए लोग स्वाति, दिस इज नॉट अबाउट हिंदू मुस्लिम. पठान साहब टाइम एंड अगेन ब्रिंग्स इट. आई डोंट कंसिडर एनीथिंग एज हिंदू मुस्लिम, इज जस्ट फैक्ट्स, पुट इट ऑन द टेबल. देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड हिंदू मुस्लिम. If I want sevaiya, it comes from Pathan Saab's house. Pathan Saab's own wig is from the Hindus of Tirupati whose heads have been shaven. कोई हिंदू मुस्लिम नहीं है इस देश में. अब देखिए, मुझे तो ये लगता है कि 10 जनपद और जो समाजवादियों के महल हैं और जो रजाकार के बंगले हैं, सिर्फ इंटरनेट वहीं आता है. हमारे यहां तो इंटरनेट आता नहीं, जो ऊपर डिजिटल बॉक्सेस है. हमें तो हिस्ट्री पता ही नहीं है. और ये कह रहे हैं नाथूराम गोडसे आरएसएस में था. अरे भाई, जिन्ना भी तो कांग्रेस में थे. द क्वेश्चन इज, द पीपल हुम यू आर हिस्टोरिकली साइटिंग वर कोट अनकोट बैड और इविल वर एट वन टाइम इन अ पार्टी. डज इट मीन दैट द पार्टी स्टिल होल्ड्स दोज व्यूज? By that logic, is the present Congress party the party of emergency? By that logic, is the present Congress party a party of Jinnah? Let's not. And by that logic, is Rahul Gandhi as fascist as his grandfather was because he took part in Mussolini's army? Let's not talk BS out here.
Okay, Tehsin Poonawala, respond.
I'll explain what BS is. Actually, I'll explain what BS Pro Max is. But let me before that put 3 points out. The reason we continue to call out the RSS is even today, and I do agree with what the BJP spokesperson says, that this is an organization that is also it's a cultural organization. But this cultural organization, like it or lump it, has unextended powers. For example, the most honorable Prime Minister gives his report card or his union ministers to this organization or work in tandem with this organization organization, they set policy. It's a very powerful organization. Therefore, I repeat my point. Where the funding comes and who are the funders, please, Anand, don't interrupt me, must be in public domain. Ultimately, transparency is a must, as is the same argument made for other NGOs. Now, let me make the second point. The RSS still today has not had a chief from the OBC or the SC community. So when they claim to be a Dalit Hindu organization, the fact is it is only for a certain type. They will not they're not inclusive enough to have the topmost post for somebody who's from an OBC or from an SC background. And my last, pro ultra max BS. Hemu Kalani ji, and there's a connection to Pune, of course, from Sindh. In Pune, Shahid Indira Gandhi released a postage stamp on him when at the Sadhu Vaswani ashram, and there's also a number of organizations dedicated to him. Hemu Kalani's uncle was in Congress. Hemu Kalani not only was inspired by Gandhi and distributed Gandhi's newspaper and joined a Congress childhood organization, the Swaraj Sena. He was then a leftist and used to carry the tricolor. At no point is there any record of him joining any RSS organization.
Okay, Shehzad has a counter.
Ultra Max BS.
Okay, take a counter.
First of all, again, Tehseen Poonawala says that we are remote controlled by Nagpur. Varis says कि भाई मोहन भागवत जी की सुनते नहीं. अरे झांकी रही भावना जैसी प्रभु मुहूर्त दिखे थे तैसी NAC बनाकर जो मनमोहन सिंह को रिमोट कंट्रोल करते थे, उनको लगता है सब रिमोट कंट्रोल होते हैं. या तो मोदी डिक्टेटर है या मोदी कंट्रोल हो रहा है. क्या आरोप है? कल की डिबेट में तहसीन पूनावाला 10 o'clock बोल के मोदी इज द डिक्टेटर. आज की डिबेट में बोल रहे हैं मोदी इज फॉलोइंग RSS. मतलब समझ नहीं आ रहा आनंद जी 24 घंटे में कैसे बदल जाते हैं. दूसरी बात मैं पूछना चाहता हूं कि उन्होंने अभी बोला कि ये RSS का ये नहीं है वो नहीं है. प्रणब मुखर्जी नोज मोर लॉ एंड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन देन यू ना तहसीन, और आपसे तो बड़े ही कांग्रेसी थे ना. तो प्रणब मुखर्जी न्यू ऑल दिस एंड ही स्टिल वेंट. तीसरी बात नाउ आई हैव जस्ट वन क्वेश्चन टू आस्क दिस. वारिस पठान सेज कि पटेल जी ने बोला था पॉलिटिक्स में मत इन्वॉल्व होना RSS, एंड देन नेक्स्ट स्टेटमेंट ऑफ मिस्टर वारिस पठान कि योगी जी सरकार ऐसे चला रहे हैं, बुलडोजर भेज देते, व्हाई डजंट RSS इंटरवीन. एंड देन फोर्थ पॉइंट ही हैज सेड कि हैमर और टोंग लेकर शहजाद पूनावाला की मंडली गई. सुप्रीम कोर्ट के मिस्टर चंद्रचूड़ जी ने बोला सर्वे करो, तो चंद्रचूड़ जी भी
Okay, I want to accommodate views of Smita Prakash and Ghanshyam Tiwari also because I have to wrap up. Let me go across Smita Prakash. Smita, like I was saying earlier, ये convenience वाला argument है. कभी कहेंगे कि नागपुर से चलता है government, कभी कहेंगे see there is a rift because Modi does not listen to them and he went to the headquarter all the way to placate them. Smita,
there is no question of placating them or not. The Prime Minister is from the RSS, and if they have a difference of opinion, it is something that Mr. Modi will try to rectify. So if that is the reason that he has gone, he will rectify it. To come to the point about having different opinions about the RSS, it's fine, right? We are a democracy. It's not necessary that everybody on the panel should have the same view about the RSS that you might have, or I might have, or Shehzad might have, or Anand might have. That's fine. And even if I'm not saying that my views and Anand's views are also the same. The point is that what Mr. Rahul Gandhi said, or Udit Raj said, or what the communists are saying today, or whatever, does everybody believe that the RSS is a terror organization? I don't think so. They have been here for 100 years, and even from the leftist organization to the political parties, none of them are labeling them. They have been around, they have been working among the society, and certain civil societies, activists and some journalists and some academics might partially agree with what Rahul Gandhi has to say about, that RSS seems to have an impact on academic freedom today and the academic influence on the BJP. Those are all, but his rhetoric is just too simplistic. Okay. And those who view Indian politics, they see that these blanket generalizations that some of these leftists are making about the RSS, that is not something which makes sense. It's not coming from, say, what Ghanshyam Tiwari said, कि आपको तो WhatsApp University से आता है. This looking down upon any kind of academic view contrary to your own as something that comes from WhatsApp University, I don't like to be part of a debate where somebody is run down like this, I think.
Okay, Ghanshyam Tiwari, very, very less time I have to move on to debate number 2. But Quickly, your views.
I'm astonished by Smita's logic because the whole WhatsApp University thing was brought by Anand. But that aside, I'm used to this logic. I continue to quote what our first Home Minister, Patel, said after the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi, and he wrote to Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, none other, that in his mind there was no doubt that Hindu Mahasabha was involved and RSS stood implicated. He got further angry on September 11th when he mentioned that how RSS men expressed joy and distributed sweets. So on the day of Gandhi Jayanti,
you've made this point before, others have made this point before, not just on debate but on multiple occasions. There have been fact checks and counters as well, but I get a sense कि अगले दशहरे तक भी यही आर्ग्यूमेंट ऑपोजिशन की तरफ से आएगा. I'm sorry, I'm completely out of time. Shehzad Poonawala, Dr.